today I'm going to go through the process of installing or replacing this mount for the aerial, the UHF aerial. I've got the Kaon bracket. So fortunately a auto elec up here managed to give us a hand to source this, because I was sick and tired of this flimsy, crappy little mount that you can just get from any car place. So this thing looks absolutely solid. It looks pretty straightforward to install. It does require a second set of hands, so I'm going to have Crystal giving me a hand. I do apologise about any background audio as well. We're on a busy road at the moment. Not much I can do about it, so hopefully I'll explain what the process is and there's not too many dramas as we go along for the journey. Quick introduction, here's Crystal. Crystal's going to give me a hand today. The tools that we've got is little socket set. I've just got a little one because all we need is the 12mm to get the hinge bolts out. Got a permanent marker, so the first thing I'm going to do is mark on the hinge. I'm just marking the outside frame of the hinge so that when we put it all back we know where the bonnet was sitting on the hinge, so that everything does align the way that it already does. Great, so now the next step's where you're going to need that extra set of hands. Crystal's going to be holding the bonnet somewhere here. We don't really know how it's going to fall because we haven't taken it off yet. But then it's as simple as feeding this bracket on top of where the hinge sits. So it's going to be the bolt through this, hinge, and then bonnet sitting like that. Alright, you ready, Crystal? So keeping in mind it is going to be pretty tight. Make sure your helper's someone that you can get nice and close with. And as you are doing it, if you have got a second battery somewhere, just be mindful that you don't arc out the terminals. So it might get a bit heavy here, so Crystal, can you make sure you're ready? As you can see, we've swapped spots a little bit. I'm supporting the bonnet with my right arm, and Crystal's supporting it the higher weight that's sitting there. So now it's just a matter of balancing everything so that you can release the bonnet. So now we've got the full bonnet in weight at this moment in time. Those bolts have come out. Crystal, I'm gonna reach through and grab that bracket. Alright, now I think I'm going to actually feed it through from the glass window side, so Crystal, can you take the weight there? And I'm going to feed this guy through. Put that on top there. And I'm just going to try get at least one back in. Be able to let the bonnet drop to its flat. Now you don't want to cross thread these, they're an absolute pain in the ass to swap out. Once you get one in, just finger tight him and then get that next one in. Once you got the threads lined up, it should, and I do say should strategically, be a matter of just gently tightening everything back up and then realigning. Right there. See, as I'm tightening up now, I am looking at those marks that we put on earlier. So Crystal, if you can just drop it. Drop it down towards the glass a bit for us. Yep, perfect. Hold there. Alright, now I'm going to just lightly tighten, because we do want to now test to see if everything lines up properly. I say lightly, but obviously it's the bonnet, so it's pretty bloody heavy. So I have put it on now. You should be able to slowly let go of your hands. Great, now he's sitting there. So we're just going to let the bonnet down, see if everything lines up. Crystal, I might actually get you to just do it and I'll watch here closely.
You ready?
Yeah, send away. Slowly. Oh, sensational.
Drop it all the way.
No, that's great. Sweet. So I'll get Crystal to yeah, no, I'm happy with that. I'm very happy. Great. So I'll get you to put that back up, lock them in place, and we'll feed the wiring through. I'm really happy with that. Sweet. So we've put it tentatively in place. I still haven't tightened everything down, but if you come have a look here, you can see my marks that are put on. You can see the external boundary of where that hinge sits on the bonnet, and then I put 2 marks here, so there's a double point of reference when we're lining everything back up afterwards. So if you come back around over this side, and you can see how it's sitting I guess on top or underneath, depends which way you look at it, sitting on top of that hinge mount, and those 2 bolts going straight in. Now they are flange bolts slightly, so they won't sit absolutely flush, but as long as you get them nice and tight, they won't be going anywhere. So as you can see, things are looking a little bit different here now, which is much better to see. I unscrewed the old bracket that was there. I just had 2 screws holding it in place, but unfortunately, because of the cheap nature of those other brackets, I did actually have to get an angle grinder to cut this bracket off to allow me to feed the aerial wiring cabling out and through. As you can see with this new bracket, they've thought about it and left a slot there, mindful of the consumer, mindful of the customer, so that if things need to be changed, it's easily done. So I did have to get the second battery out to shuffle a few things around, but everything's in place, and I'm going to continue to try and lower the bonnet down and then fit the new aerial base in here. So there we go, just had to wiggle. I was using the windscreen wiper to hold it in place, but I just had to slide that cable underneath the bracket. There's not much room there, but that's done on purpose so that the cable is now sitting where it needs to be sitting. So I'm just going to rest that there. I'm going to put the bonnet down. I'm not going to drop it fully. Just going to rest it there for now, and that is going to now sit in here. Oh, look at that. That is unreal. I like that a lot. I like that bracket so much more. That is unreal. Now I'm just going to jiggle the wiring so everything's sitting flush, but that bracket is definitely much better. So there we have it, folks. That's the Kaon bonnet hinge aerial mount installed. Thank you very much to the guys at the local auto electrician store. They assisted big time in trying to source the product, but I much prefer this product over that flimsy little mount. So in summary, that's the installation of the mount. If you do like this video, certainly hit that like button. If you have any questions, drop that below. Cheers guys.